Hi guys, if you're anything like me, you just want to get on the wall, you just want to get moving, climbing, but it's so important to warm up. By warming up efficiently, you're going to allow your body to be more prepared for the climb. It's going to make you perform better. One, out of the wall, you're going to be way better in your climbing movement, and two, it's going to keep you injury free. So ultimately, our goal, keep you stronger for longer, keeping on climbing, which is the main thing. So in addition to this flow, I want you to make sure you're still doing the other warm-up protocols, so your pulse raises, making sure you're doing your warm-ups off of the wall and then onto the wall. So making sure you're doing your easy routes to start off with, then taking those bigger handholds, maybe some traversing across the wall, and then going into your climb. So this is just a nice way to get into the body, get the body moving through its end range of motions, just warming up through the joints a little bit as well. So from here, we're going to start in our child's pose just to give ourselves a little bit of grounding before we get into our climb, a little bit more of a flow state. So bring your knees wide and your head down to the ground, just taking this opportunity to breathe. So full inhales through the nose and full exhales through the nose. We're just going to take a few more deep breaths. Full inhale through the nose and full exhales through the nose. Perhaps the first time you kind of had an opportunity to check in with your breath, get more in tune with our breath, and get more in tune with our body. From here, just start to work your way into all fours. So wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and you're going to start to work with the hips one way and then the other way, just starting to feel into the hips, how they feel today. And we're also limbering up a little bit through the wrists too. So important with our climbing, making sure our hips, our shoulders, hands and fingers are all ready for that wall. And so from here, just starting to circle around the wrists a little bit more so, just starting to the sense of putting weight into the wrists. And then from here, just start walking back into your knees. We're going to start warming up the fingers a little bit more so now. So think about fingers spreading nice and wide, arms out in front of you. Let's just get some heat and energy into those fingers. This is probably one of your climb warm-up moves that you use. Rightly so. So you're thinking about the fingers spreading nice and wide and then clenching. Really get that movement around the joints. The fingers, we know how important they are for our climbing. And then take them above your head. I can feel my forearms already. I don't know about you guys. Now bring your arms to the side. Okay. Now our forearms, our hands are a little bit warmer. Let's start working into the rest of the body. From here, let's do a little bit warm up of the shoulders. So you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then you're going to push the shoulder blades apart. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then push them apart. And thinking about the ribs sucking in. I'm not collapsing in the middle of my spine. I'm just starting to work through the movements of the shoulders and to be nice and safe throughout our climbing practice. Doming the back, squeezing the shoulder blades. Nice. From here, let's warm up the core a little bit more. So take your left arm in front of you, your right leg behind you. Right heel drives to the back of the room. Imagine you're pushing something behind you. On the inhale, reach the arm a little bit further. On the exhale, start to bring your knee towards your elbow. Inhale, reach. And exhale, elbow to knee. Take it nice and slow and steady. Any wobbles are kind of welcome. It's your body turning on its stabilizer muscles, which you want to work in our climbing. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, elbow to knee. You're just going to take 4 more like that, nice and slow and steady. Exhale in. Inhale to reach. And exhale in. Last time. Exhale, elbow to knee. Reach the arm forward. Let's set up for the other side now. So take your right arm forward, your left heel back. Reach, reach, reach. Heel to the back of the room. As you exhale, bring your elbow to your knee. As you inhale, reach forward. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach forward. A couple more times like that. Probably starting to feel your core warming up a little bit now. You know how important core tension is for our climbing. Starting to work into the hips as well. Nice. On the last one, reach all the way forward. Come back into your all fours position. Let's start warming up the spine a little bit more now. So start to dome the back, come into your cat position. And then from here, see if you can articulate each vertebrae as you start to lift your chest. Your middle back moves, your lower back moves. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Just start to imagine your spine like this wave Starting to control each part of that wave is actually super challenging to do. Just start to lift, tailbone lifts, middle back, squeeze the shoulders, just start to articulate the spine as you work your way through. Just a couple more rounds like that. As you inhale, you lift, and exhale, dome the upper back. Last one, as you inhale, lift, and exhale, dome the upper back. Nice, guys. Work our way into our first downward facing dog. So fingers spread wide, tailbone towards the sky, and you can keep your knees bent for a little bit. Start to pedal through the knees. As you shake your head yes and no, you can release any tension going on in the spine and through the neck. Fingers spread wide like starfish, tailbone lifts. And from there, we're going to start to take it on the inhale, take your left leg to the sky. On the exhale, bring your left knee to your nose, dome the upper back, and then place the left foot to the top of your mat. Right knee to the ground. As you lift, open through the chest. Pelvis underneath, ribs sucking towards the spine. So make big circles of the shoulders now. So start to reach your arms behind you as far as you can. Whilst you start to send the palms to face towards the outside. All the way back, make a giant circle of our shoulders. Eventually the fingers face forward and I'll come back the other way. So I'm keeping the rest of my body as still as I can, really trying to isolate the movement to the shoulder around that nice beautiful ball and socket of the shoulder. Just take a couple more times like that. Slow and steady. So this is a quite challenging movement if you're trying to keep the rest of the body still. Pelvis is still tucked under, working into that hip secretly. Couple more times like that as you reach back and up. And last one like that, reach all the way up and back. Nice, guys. From here, just step back. And let's take it to the other side now. So the right leg reaches towards the sky. Bring your right knee towards your nose, step forward. Left knee down to the ground again. Just lift those arms. Different this time. We're going to slowly start to squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then reach forward. So I'm keeping those circles around the shoulders. My pelvis is still coming towards the front of the room. As I inhale, lift. Start to squeeze the shoulder blades together, really feeling the back body engaging now, working through the motion of the shoulder. Inhale, reach. And exhale, squeeze. 2 more times like that. Inhale, reach. And exhale, squeeze. Last one. Inhale to reach. And exhale, squeeze. Reach the arms back above the head as you take your hands down towards the mat, sit back into a plank position. From here, just place your knees to the ground. You're going to lower your chest all the way down to the ground. And then from here, just start to lift the chest, squeeze the shoulders, elbows back. See if you can take your hands off of the ground. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Squeeze the glutes. Exhale back, come back into your downward facing dog. Breathe in your downward facing dog. Let's warm up the legs a little bit more now. So inhale, take your left leg to the sky. Exhale, bring the knees to your nose. Step all the way through. You can help it if you need. As you lift all the way into your high lunge this time. So tailbone tucks under, ribs suck towards the spine. And from here, just slowly start to bend the back knee. And then start to just straighten through the back leg. So tailbone tucks under. And then straighten out. We're starting to work around the right hip. And warming up the front leg as well. Exhale, bend and straighten, bend and straighten. From here, bring your prayer to your heart center, parallel through the chest. As you start to try and balance, bring your right heel behind you. You can always use your hands if you need to, a little bit more support. And then from here, just start to bring your knee towards your chest as you bring yourself up to standing. See if you can stabilize here, breathe. You're going to take a couple of curtsy lunges here, very good for warming up through the glutes. So take your right foot to the left-hand side. You can put your foot down if you need to. As you drive through the left heel, bring yourself all the way back up to standing. A couple more times like that as we slowly work our way down. Your foot down whenever you need to. Remember those wobbles as all the body's starting to warm up. Getting ready for your climbs. Last one, exhale down. And then inhale, take your right knee towards your chest. You're still at the top of your mat. As you take your right leg behind you, come back into your high lunge position. Take the right hand to the ground as your left arm reaches up. Coming into our easy twist here, breathe. From here, let's work our external rotation. So start to take your left hand to the ground. Allow your left foot to face towards the right. Deep bend in the left knee. Transfer the weight to the back of the mat. As you face the opposite direction, you step back into your plank position. Release your knees down, your chest all the way to the ground. Inhale, lift the chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together. The exhale brings you back into your down dog. Let's take it to the opposite side now. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee to your nose, toe in the back. Arm through as you inhale, lift into your high lunge. Left pelvis slightly tucked under, right knee bends. From here, bend the back knee and straighten. Bending the back knee and straighten. Just a couple more times like that as you bend and straighten. Last time, bend and straighten. Bring your press to your heart center as you parallel the chest. Let's work into our warrior three. Left heel reaches to the back of the room. As you bring your left knee towards your chest, bring yourself up to standing and stabilize, breathe. Curtsy lunges coming up, so left knee comes towards the right hand side, chest is still lifted. Drive through the right heel, bring yourself to standing. A few more times, starting to feel a little bit warmer now. Drive through the heel, glute is switching on, so my glute medius, this is the side of our bum. It's going to help our pelvis to be stable. Building strength there is so important. Drive, particularly for climbing. Look after those hips. Bring your left knee all the way towards your chest. Stabilize for a moment. Bring the left foot behind you. Come through your high lunge position. Wobbles again, welcome. Take your left hand to the mat, right arm to the sky as you breathe. Open into your choice. Then allow your right foot to face towards the left. Bend in the right knee. Bring yourself to the top of your mat as the left knee bends. Step back into your plank position. Release your knees to the ground as you release to the ground. Lift your chest. Take your hands off of the ground. Squeeze your shoulders. From there, keep your neck in line with your spine. Squeeze the bums. Feel your glutes working. As you inhale, reach your arms forward. As you exhale, squeeze those elbows down towards the torso. Inhale, reach. And exhale to squeeze. Inhale, reach. Exhale to squeeze. Just two more times, almost there. As you inhale, reach. And exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach. Push back into a plank position. Come into your downward facing dog. From there, take your right leg to the sky. Right knee to right wrist. Shin about 45 degrees. Not going to stay there for too long. Start to lift up, hips squaring off to the front of the room. And then slowly start to play with coming down and lifting. Feel that activation, working, warming up the hips. If it's too much, you can always take blocks on your side. Lifting. If it doesn't feel comfortable on your knee, then you can skip this part as you slowly lift and release. Start to step back into your downward facing dog. We'll take it on the other side. So left knee to your left shin. Again, lifting and releasing. And lifting left pelvis back, right pelvis forward. And releasing just a couple more times. This is super challenging. Come down, slowly lift. And then come down, bring yourself back into your downward facing dog. And then from here, just jump yourself all the way through to a seated position. As you guys a little warmer. So we just worked through the end range of motion on our shoulders. We also worked a lot around the hips as well, priming our body a little bit better for our climbing practice. Remember to do your other warm-ups as well. Otherwise, have fun on the wall, guys. See you soon.